Okay, so in a press release for Kingdom Hearts 3, we have gotten a lot of new screenshots, similar to before where we got press releases of Twilight Town and Olympus. We now have a press release of the Tangled World and the Winnie the Pooh world, which is really cool, releasing all the renders, showing us some new screenshots that we have not seen before, and just things like that. There's a lot of new things in these screenshots, actually. A lot of things that are kind of, I won't say surprising, but just kind of piques your interest, you know? It gives you a lot of insights to what might be going on in these worlds, what might be happening, the different environments you're going to see, and it just looks beautiful. Everything here looks beautiful, as I'm probably going to say 1,000 times in this video, because no matter how many times I look at Kingdom Hearts 3, I look at like every hour of every day, I am constantly just amazed at how far this game has come and how beautiful this game looks. So prepare for me to geek out over these graphics a little bit. But there is a lot of screenshots that have released, so if I do miss any, I shouldn't be missing any, but if I do miss any, let me know in the comment section below, and I will post a link in the description below so you guys can view all of these things yourself. So similar to what I did with the Twilight Town and Olympus press releases, I'm kind of going to talk about the screenshots that point out to me the most and have the rest of the stuff just kind of fading in and out on the screen. So to start off, we do have this image of Mother and Rapunzel, and it looks really cool. I don't know if this is like some sort of flashback scene. Actually, it's definitely not a flashback scene because her hair is, you know, done the way it is. But I'd assume if you've watched the movie of Tangled, this is probably one of the scenes where Mother takes Rapunzel back to the tower and all that stuff happens. So that's probably what this scene just is, just her talking about it. I don't have any translations for this, unfortunately. I'd assume it's just that though. Continuing with the Tangled stuff though, we also have an interaction, or the start of an interaction between Lucia and Rapunzel, and this also seems to be taking place during the same scene where you see Mother in, which is very interesting. I'd assume that Lucia is messing around with Rapunzel and is trying to convince her along with Mother to come back to the tower, step into the darkness, yada yada yada, but who knows, who knows. There is one scene with Lucia interacting with Sora and Goofy as well, another scene, and they are in this like kind of shore area, and I find this really cool because in Tangled, all we've seen so far, we've seen the tower, we've seen kind of the little waterfall behind the tower, and we've seen the forest area, of course, which is an extension of the tower pretty much, but we haven't really seen much gameplay of the town, or most importantly in this cutscene, the shoreline. And it's kind of just one of those things that goes to show you, I'd assume this is playable and isn't only in a cutscene. This is kind of just one of those things that goes to show you how much effort they're putting into this game and how varied like the areas in these worlds are going to be. It's just something really cool, and once again, this boy Goofy is looking pissed. So is Donald as well. I don't know what Lucia is looking at though, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. So moving on to the 100 Acre Woods, nothing too major here. I mean, it's 100 Acre Woods. I never really cared too much for this world in the Kingdom Hearts series, but I have always viewed it as a staple, and it wasn't something I necessarily wanted to be kept out of Kingdom Hearts 3, because it's kind of just, it would kind of just be weird, you know, to not have 100 Acre Wood. So it is nice that it is here, but I do like the art style they're going with 100 Acre Wood, kind of how they have outlines around them like they would in a book. I think Pooh looks good, Piglet looks good, the environments are looking good. This is going to be a mini game world, so nothing crazy here. You have another screenshot of the mini game from the trailer that we just saw. So now on to some of the stuff that kind of piques my interest a lot more than some of the other things. So now we see Maleficent and Pete like here, right? You see these images I'm showing on the screen of Maleficent and Pete, and one of them, Maleficent and Pete, are in Twilight Town. This is clearly Twilight Town. You can see by the posters in the background, just the way the area looks. This is definitely Twilight Town. Now we all could have kind of figured that Maleficent and Pete were going to be traveling throughout the world in search of the box, but it seems like they might literally be traveling everywhere. Might have a place in every single world that we visit. I don't quite know what this image is right here, what the world is that they're in this image. It could be Olympus, but I seriously doubt it because I haven't seen any images of Olympus where it's kind of as grassy as this in the background. So I'd have to assume this is just another part of the Tangled World. That's the safest thing to assume anyways. We do have some additional screenshots of Sora, Donald, and Goofy fighting Dusk in Twilight Town, where Sora is using the Winnie the Pooh Keyblade that he obtains from that world. It definitely does look like the Winnie the Pooh Keyblade is going to be taking Keyblade transformations from some other Keyblades, which I do not mind. It does have some different animations and it looks very different after all. It just doesn't play that different. I don't mind that though. I don't mind them reusing some Keyblade transformations for some of the more optional Keyblades in the game. It really doesn't bother me at all. It does look really freaking cool though. Like, we have the Sweet Launcher and the Honey Blaster. Both of them are just taken from other Keyblades, like I said, but they both do look really cool and really fun to use and really satisfying to use. You can tell this is kind of an optional Keyblade that's you probably get just for fun. Like I said though, I do not mind them reusing some Keyblade transformations in this game. Like, I know it's probably a lot of time to create these Keyblade transformations and creating a new one for each and every Keyblade that is in these worlds, and most Kingdom Hearts games have like I'd say like 15 to 20 Keyblades in them. That's just off the top of my head. I don't know the exact number, but that's a lot of Keyblade transformations if they're trying to do all of that. So like I said, do not mind them reusing some. I think this looks really cool, and it's nice that they at least made the animations and stuff different for it. But yeah, man, Twilight Town is looking freaking insane. It's crazy. But that was pretty much it for today's video. I'm not going to try to ramble too long about screenshots or renders and stuff, but I just thought this stuff was kind of cool enough to show to you guys, especially the stuff with Lucia and Maleficent and Pete and stuff. But regardless though, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you want to become a part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.